everybody. Welcome to the first day of Detox. I'm hoping that at this point you have all gone through all the prep day pages and that you have looked at the file cabinet. So you've downloaded the recipe book, you've downloaded the 7-day plan. There's a few other items in there I think you'll find helpful. I've also uploaded a few other articles about nightshades and other items that I think would just be informative for you. Because for me, the goal of this program and why I like them as these little Facebook groups is it's not just about doing the 21-day challenge and following it to the eating things so that you just see what you're eating and the losing weight, but I'd love for you to get some education along the way, because I feel like the way that this becomes a lifestyle and less just about losing 5 pounds to get to a wedding, which might be for some of you your goal, is if you own the information about the food that you're eating. And I found that most people don't know what they don't know until they know it, right? And there was a lot of stuff that I did not know about the foods that I was eating until I became aware of it. And that's really what I want to share with you. So I love being able to share articles and a lot of stuff on the internet that I can find that's relevant that I can show you. Try to break out every day into different topics, especially as we get into the second 2 weeks. So this first 2 weeks is a little bit about survival for many of you, I will agree. But the fact that so many of you are not only referrals, but people who have actually done the program before and now realize it's very doable and beneficial, a lot of you are back again. So I always appreciate that. So just a few quick notes. Definitely go through the documents, as I noted. Have a plan. I think the hardest thing about making this week impactful for you is if you don't know what you're going to eat each day. So making sure that you prep food is key. If you need to do that at night before the next day, that's great. If you can prep for the whole week, that's great. I find having little Ziploc bags and stuff in the fridge is helpful. Making sure you have a U shelf that you can go to in the fridge that isn't distracted with other things. Having carrots and celery and water, in the fridge with radishes and things that you can just grab quickly when you're hungry. The goal is to eat. What we don't want is you lowering your metabolism by having too much calorie restriction. So we want you eating. Vegetables will fill you up and you should not be hungry if you're doing that. Rotate your vegetables, as we've talked about. Don't have everything be raw. Don't have everything be cooked. Don't have everything be broccoli. You want to make sure it's colorful and that you're getting a variety of different vegetables, from cruciferous to other kinds of vegetables as well. I'm not going to go through all the rules because I've posted videos about that before, but make sure you look at the rules on the 7-day detox. The key things you're not having are grains, dairy, nuts, beans, and seeds, okay? So all of that is because it's inflammatory for a lot of people. Just because something's healthy doesn't mean it's good for you or good for you to lose weight, okay? Which is really kind of what the goal is right now, is to detox you. My biggest hope for you in this program is that you can start to make a direct correlation between food and the way it makes you feel. Because again, the way you live this as a lifestyle is not just about the weight loss. I've lost about all the weight that I think I could possibly want to lose without becoming, emaciated, but I still live this lifestyle. I definitely have a more 80-20 lifestyle than I did, but I was like 20-80 before I did this program. So it's all about making yourself bob and weave, but the way that I'm able to do 80-20 is I, debate long and hard about a bagel, and I debate long and hard about whether I want to have pasta, because I know how those foods make me feel. And the only reason why I know how those foods make me feel is because I have paid attention to the way those foods make me feel. And that's why when we talk about journaling, why it's so important, you really, really, really need to connect the dots between, oh my God, I can get my rings on. I haven't been able to do that in a couple of days or weeks, and that might be because you're not eating grains, etc. So again, the detox serves several purposes. We not only want to clean your gut and ideally lose some weight, but we want to really clean your palate so that healthy food can come in. We want to be able to absorb good nutrients. We want to get your metabolism going again, okay? We want to identify food sensitivities possibility, as I noted. So again, pay attention to what, the foods are and how they make you feel. Most importantly, try to have fun with it. This is about experimenting with new foods. This is about feeling good. And though while I say that, the first 3 days are definitely the hardest. So most of them, it's the hardest because last week you were eating ice cream and this week you're not. But it might also be hard because you have headaches. So for those of you that are weaning off coffee, definitely look at my posts about coffee, because there's ways to manage that. Magnesium, weaning longer, maybe having green tea, things like that. But that's the biggest thing. But some of you might get flu-like symptoms. Some of you might have acne. Some of you might, go to the bathroom too much. Some of you might go to the bathroom too little. So the key is to be interactive. I definitely find I've been running these groups for so long now that the groups are the most supportive and most helpful for people when people share. And I know a lot of people are private, so I would never make people post stuff that they don't feel comfortable with. But at minimum, private message me, because it's hard for me to be your coach if you're not sharing with me what you're going through. Okay? Take care. Good luck.